You like pumpkin pie? You gotta try pumpkin butter. Pumpkin butter doesn't have any butter in it, it's just beautiful. So I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin. Well, I did have pumpkin butter once at a breakfast restaurant, and it really changed my mind about pumpkin completely. So today I'm gonna be showing you how to make pumpkin butter. It's made by taking pumpkin puree and mixing it with some nice warm baking spices and brown sugar and a little bit of maple syrup, which gives it this richness and glossiness and thickness that's so great on a piece of toast, mixed into some oatmeal. It's just so yummy during the fall. So let's get started. Let's do this thing. It starts off with pumpkin puree. As I mentioned, here's some beautiful pumpkin puree. I actually just got this right in the grocery store in a can. You can also carve out your own pumpkin and make your own pumpkin puree, but why in the world would you do that? It's too much work. Just get the can, and then the rest is very simple. So I'm gonna add in some of those warm baking spices. I have pumpkin pie spice blend here. You can get this right in the grocery store too, pre-blended. I'm gonna pop that right in, quite a bit of it, because we really want it to be nice and intense and strong. And in this pumpkin pie spice blend, there's usually cinnamon, cloves, ginger, and nutmeg. Had to cheat. You can also use and make your own blend, or just use some of them, cinnamon and nutmeg, whatever you like. So then I have just a touch of salt. I'm gonna add that right in. And I have some apple cider. Apple cider this time of year obviously is amazing. I got this at my local farm stand. They make it locally. It's so good. Add that right in. And apple and pumpkin is just an amazing combo. It's gonna play off those fall flavors that we know and love and really reduce down when we cook it. And then I have some brown sugar here, some light brown sugar. This is gonna give our pumpkin butter some maltiness, some richness, and it's also gonna thicken it really, really nicely. And speaking of thickening, we also have some maple syrup. I got locally too. New England is a lovely place. And this is gonna do the same thing. It's gonna give it a nice sheen, glossiness, and thicken it up. And believe it or not, pumpkin butter doesn't have any butter in it. And the last ingredient, just a little bit of vanilla extract. Always love vanilla extract in literally anything. And then I'm just gonna stir this all together till it's nice and combined. And it's time to cook this off and make it real pumpkin butter. All we're gonna do here is we're going to turn our burner on medium-high heat. We're gonna get this basically boiling. It's gonna be really popping and bubbling. And then once it does that, we're going to turn it down to medium-low and let it just simmer. It's gonna be bubbling periodically, covered for about 20 minutes, stirring often to make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom of our pan. It'll be done when it's nice and thick and glossy and wonderful. It's burling. Turned it down to a simmer. It's still bubbling a little bit. And I'm just gonna give it a nice mix every few minutes. Looky here, folks. I have my pumpkin butter all ready. Look at how it reduced down into this glossy, thick, just beautiful butter. So I like it warm or hot like this on a piece of toast. You can also, though, serve it mixed into yogurt. You can mix it into oatmeal. You can have it cold on a piece of toast, on a waffle. So many options. But this is my fave option. Load it up with that pumpkin butter. I told you I'm not a pumpkin fan, but this is out of this world good. It has all those warm baking spices, but it's just so rich and just so fall and so amazing on this toast. Check this out. on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it. Socially acceptable. Starting and starting and starting my brew.